Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you're having a great morning so far. I sure am missing you this morning. Our classroom is so quiet, and I'm missing you all, but I can't wait to see you. It sounds like I'm going to get to see you soon, so we'll keep our fingers crossed and our hopes up that we get to see each other soon, okay? But until then, we still need to sing our good morning song and read a fun little story. So sing with me, okay? And we're gonna greet our friends. So, good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Arabella. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Braylon. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Autumn. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Stella. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Stevie. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Gatsby. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Bryson. Whoop. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Ava. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Zoe. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Julianne. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Raylan. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Kimberly. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Hazley. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Hunter. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Mason. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning, Adriana. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Cadence. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning to Carter. Good morning to you. And I hope that you all sang along with me and told all of your friends good morning. Now I have another fun story for us today. We talked about a little bit yesterday about Thanksgiving, and we've been reading about turkeys and fun stories like that. And we talked about how Thanksgiving is a time to be grateful and to be thankful. And that just means that we are happy for all the things that we have, for our family, for our house, for the food that we get to eat. There's a lot of different things that you can be thankful for. And you can share with me what you're thankful for if you'd like. But we're going to read a story about the very first Thanksgiving. It was a long time ago, but this story tells us a little bit about the first Thanksgiving. And it's told by one of our favorite characters, Pete the Cat. So the title of the story is Pete the Cat, The First Thanksgiving. And the author and illustrator are Kimberly and James Dean. Pete was nervous about being a pilgrim in his class's Thanksgiving play, The First Thanksgiving. Just do your best, his best friend Callie said. Pete said he would try. He was ready. His mom had even made him a pilgrim hat, which was really cool. Pete took his place at the front of the giant ship that his class had made out of cardboard. Pete was a pilgrim on the Mayflower. So Pete is a pilgrim, and this boat is called the Mayflower. And there he is, riding in the boat. In 1620, which like I told you friends was a long time ago, a group of pilgrims decided to leave England for the New World to build a new life. It was a long, long trip on a big, big ship. All the pilgrims sang. The sea was rough and very dangerous. Many pilgrims got very, very sick. See the waves, they're really rough and dangerous, and the pilgrims are getting sick. The dream of a new start in a new world made the hard trip all worth it. For more than 2 months, the pilgrims sailed. And we know this is what? A calendar showing us how long they were on the boat. They wondered if they would ever get there. So they went in September and October, and then they got there in November. After 65 days on the ship, the new world finally came into view. He's looking on it, looking at it. Land ho, Pete cried. All the pilgrims did a happy dance. The pilgrims arrived in the New World at Plymouth Rock in what is now Massachusetts. Everyone had many chores to do, like growing food, finding water, and building shelters. And a shelter is a place to stay, so they built houses so they would have somewhere to live. The first winter in the New World was very hard and long. In the spring, the pilgrims had to decide whether to give up and go back to England or to keep trying. The pilgrims had heard about the Native Americans, and many worried that they would not be friendly. Pete had never met a cat he didn't like, so he thought they would be kind. And look, this is the pilgrim, and this is the Native American. Does it look like they're friends? It does, doesn't it? Pete was right. He made a new friend in Squanto. That was his name, Squanto. Squanto and the other Native Americans showed the pilgrims how to grow crops like corn, beans, and squash. By summer, the pilgrims had learned how to farm the new land. You can see all the yummy foods that they're growing. By fall harvest, the pilgrims had plenty of food. To thank Squanto and the other Native Americans, the pilgrims invited them to share the harvest. This celebration became known as the First Thanksgiving. Look at all the yummy food. They have turkey, peas, corn, fish, pumpkin. Are these things that you have for Thanksgiving to eat? Pete was relieved when the play was over. He had remembered all his lines. Wow, I never thought about how hard it was back then, said Pete. You did great, Callie said. Later at Thanksgiving dinner with his family, Pete said, "Let's all go around the table and say something we're thankful for." So let's see what they're thankful for. "I'm thankful for my family," said Pete's mom. "I'm thankful for my skateboard," said Bob. "What are you thankful, I'm thankful for the brave pilgrims that started this new free world," said Pete. "What are you thankful for?" Well, I'll answer the question. I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for my home that I get to live in that keeps me safe. And now you all get to draw a picture of what you're thankful for. And I would love if you would share those with me and I can see what you're thankful for. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, friends, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.